Hello, welcome to today's video. We are on page number 26 of the Alfred's All-in-One Book 3, All-in-One Course. Book 3, the name of this song is called Night Sounds. So, as we learned on page 24, we're still in middle D half step position. So, just as a reminder about middle D half step position, both thumbs are going to be there on D. And we are playing with a lot of accidentals. So let's go ahead and listen to this piece very slow, very carefully. And notice that we are playing with a lot of articulation differences here. We have, well, not that many, but the melody, as you can see, does begin in the left hand, goes into the right hand, while the left hand on measures 3 and 4 are going to be playing non-legato. Melody does come into the left hand sometimes, and even though the slur looks like it's in the right hand, it still applies to the left hand, such as right here, and of course you can see the slur kind of coming down here too. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to Night Sounds. A lot of dynamic contrast here too. Placing both of our fingers on D, that thumb right there. Starting at piano. 1, 2. So there's our performance of the Night Sounds. It's not very different from all the other notes, so it's got a similar kind of theme going on where we're just moving up in half steps, going up and going back down. I guess kind of sounding like the rushing wind through the trees as you see in that little illustration at the top. Okay, so we're going to do, first of all, is talk about the note names for the melody. And we're just going to go ahead and play them and say the note names. Okay, here we go. So we're just talking about melody right now, not the harmonic notes in the left hand when they come. That just appears in the first and second systems, and of course the last system too. Okay, so we're just going to play the note names, say it. Here we go. Both hands, middle D. Ready, here we go. 1, 2. C, D flat, right hand. D, D sharp, E, F, E, D sharp, E, F, E, D sharp, E, 2. Okay, so as you can see there, we're just kind of moving about on the middle D position. We do have some harmony in the left hand. That includes finger number 3 there on C, but look at this. We actually have a third, a harmonic third, but the fingering is 1 and 4. Why is it 1 and 4? Well, because of the unusual finger position of middle D half step position, we need finger number 3 to be on C. Usually would have been on B, but because it's on C, because of having to play this D flat right here, we kind of have our finger number 4 on B and 1 on D already. So this is the way we're going to be playing that harmonic interval. C. Make sure with the space of silence, the lift in between the two. Going on to the next system. Let's go ahead and take a look at these notes here. It's pretty similar to, as a matter of fact, it's exactly the same as the first system. C, D flat, E, D sharp, E, F, E, D sharp, E, F, E, D sharp, E. Playing those two, as I can see now, they are exactly the same. Let's go ahead and play now with the left hand. Okay, so make sure to lift in the left hand before coming down. with that little chord right there. Nice looking. And then we have the mezzo forte dynamic is where we're starting, so don't be at piano, you need to go louder. And now we're going in the opposite direction, whereas it was going from the bottom to the top. Now we're starting on E. E, D sharp, right, left hand. D, D flat, D, D flat, C, B, C, D flat, D, D sharp, E. So I guess it kind of, it ends up in E again, just like it did for the previous two systems. And notice that we have a reverse decrescendo from the mezzo forte and a crescendo once again back up to mezzo forte. Okay, so this is all just melody. There is no harmony going on in these notes. Let's listen to that again. Maybe a little bit of word painting with the lyrics there. Okay, and then with the last system, let's go ahead and take a look. It's kind of similar to the previous system. It just changes a little at the end. E, D sharp, D, D flat, D, D flat, C, B. And now, take a look at this. There is actually a legato from this melody in the left hand, this B, to this harmonic third. So that's unusual. Usually we have a space of silence or a lift, but it's asking us to actually slur to that. So does that mean we have a lift between B and E? Well, let's give it a try. Let's hear what it sounds like. A little bit louder, please. Okay, so this is the second time I've played this A2, but it's asking me to play A2 an octave lower. So I suppose we'll play that note instead. Okay, let's go ahead and go over these notes once more. E, D sharp, D, D flat, D, D flat, C, B. I don't see there should be any kind of lift going on between B and E there. I mean, it's just not really possible without having a space of silence there. Okay, so we bring those down. It becomes an A minor chord. We have a pedal, and then we have our low A half note there. Okay, so sounding pretty good. Night sounds. It's supposed to be mysterious, so that means it shouldn't be too fast of a tempo. Okay, so that's our practice for night sounds. Let's go ahead and work on this, and we'll see you at next lesson.